Arcadian Vanguard presents the Wrestling News in your daily wrestling newscast for Tuesday, January 16th, 2024. Good morning. I'm Mike Sempervive. We begin today with last night's edition of Monday Night Raw, broadcast live on USA Network from the Simmons Bank Arena in North Little Rock, Arkansas. In the main event, Seth Rollins defeated Jinder Mahal to retain the WWE World Championship despite rampant interference from Indus Sher.
Veer and Sumner are getting tossed out of here. And Mahal going once again for the Colossus. Rollins able to roll through. Stopped by Rollins. Cover. Rollins retains the championship.
Here is your winner, and still the World Heavyweight Champion, Seth freaking Rollins!
Congratulations to Seth Rollins, who retains the World Heavyweight Championship as Rollins' march to WrestleMania continues.
Damian Priest also tried to cash in his Money in the Bank contract but was prevented by Drew McIntyre. Earlier in the night, Priest had joined with his Judgment Day partner Finn Balor to defeat the team of The Miz and R-Truth, pinning Truth. Two other Judgment Day members, Dominic Mysterio and JD McDonough, were defeated in the opening match by Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa. Becky Lynch confronted World Women's Champion Rhea Ripley during an in-ring promo segment, vowing to win the Women's Royal Rumble and go on to challenge Ripley for the title at WrestleMania.
I think you might be better than me. But I need to prove that you're not. And to do that, I need to take that title from you. And to do that, I need to win the Royal Rumble. I need to point to the sign. I need to declare at WrestleMania it will be Mommy versus the man.
In other results, Xavier Woods was disqualified for using a steel chair in his match against Ludwig Kaiser. Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark beat Natalya and Tegan Nox. Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae defeated Piper Niven and Chelsea Green, and Akira Tozawa pinned Ivar thanks to a distraction from Maxine Dupree. Ivar attacked Tozawa after the match, and Valhalla attacked Dupree. An update on the upcoming Vince McMahon documentary series from Netflix. The series is scheduled to debut this year, according to a report in the Wrestling Observer newsletter. The series had been put in jeopardy a year ago during McMahon's recent round of scandals involving hush money paid to former female employees, but the Observer reports that it's back on track. Sports writer and podcaster Bill Simmons serves as the executive producer of the series, which was originally greenlit in 2020. The release date is expected to be announced soon. In TNA wrestling news, Sunday's Snake Eyes television taping at the Palms Casino in Las Vegas brought in the best live TV gate in company history, according to a report from Dave Meltzer. The tapings included the first TNA appearance in over a decade for Kazuchika Okada, with backstage reports noting a much more positive relationship than Okada's first run with TNA, during which he infamously clashed with previous management. In injury news, Cora Jade is reported to be suffering from a torn ACL. The injury occurred over the weekend at an NXT house show during Jade's main event match with NXT Women's Champion Lyra Valkyria. A torn ACL would mean several months away from the ring for Jade, who had only recently just returned from a 4-month hiatus. And in news from outside the ring, Hulk Hogan helped rescue a woman from an overturned car last Sunday night, according to a report from TMZ Sports. Hogan witnessed the car accident while driving on the highway near his home in Clearwater, Florida with his wife and a friend, as a woman's car collided with another vehicle while swerving across lanes to reach an exit. Hogan and his friend reportedly stopped immediately and offered assistance, deflating the airbag and helping the woman to exit the car, which had flipped over during the accident. And before we leave you today, we'd like to remind you that however you consume your content, you can find the wrestling news 24 hours a day and 7 days a week across social media. On Twitter, follow us at Wrestling News AV. Our Facebook page is also Wrestling News AV. The wrestling news can also be found on the Arcadian Vanguard YouTube page. And for those who utilize Amazon Echo devices, just tell Alexa to play the Wrestling News Podcast. And remember to make sure you add podcast at the end. Once again, for daily updates, breaking news, and more, follow the wrestling news across social media. And that's the news for today. If anything happens, we will be here to tell you about it. No clickbait, no paywall, just the wrestling news. The Wrestling News is a division of Arcadian Vanguard, and the Wrestling Newscast is a production of the Arcadian Vanguard Podcast Network.